12:28 p.m. October 5th, 2023. Wade Allen Heineman. My cat Nutsy's been missing since 6 p.m. on October 4th, between 6 and 7. I put him out, and he's not been back. So a little concerned because he's not usually gone all this far through the day. If anybody has him other than me, it's criminal. I want him arrested. They're probably trying to stage lies that have something to do with them or some connection to them, or that it's their cat and I have it. So it's my cat. I've had it since it was born. I've had it in my videos and pictures. Again, I don't know if he's just hiding out somewhere, and I don't know if somebody has him or if he's just hiding out. But the only reason I say this again is in case there's frauds that have possession of him at any point. I just smelled smoke, like cigarette smoke, pot smoke, or whatever it is, in my home where I sleep. And I don't know if it's the wind bringing it into the mobile home, or if it's one of the frauds got in again, indicated one of them's a smoker. I don't know which one that would be, but it's just one of the frauds to me. So if anything was staged or anything was stolen last night, or while I was asleep between, I don't know, I think it was after midnight, and then I slept until 6:30 a.m. around that time. It's the criminals. But I just got a whiff of it 20 minutes ago, right around where I sleep, and I couldn't tell where it was coming from. So in case anybody got in, I'd check all the windows and all the doors are secured. So I don't know how they'd be getting in here, but and I have the back bedroom secured so that if they got into the back bedroom, then they shouldn't be able to get in to my home. But anyway, I don't know what the case is, but Twitter.com/WADES2ND is where I've been posting a lot recently. I've posted a ton of replies on things that went into my Twitter feed today. They go into my Twitter feed, and then if I see something I want to respond to, I'll respond to it. Most of the time I'll say this was prompted to my Twitter feed, but I don't always. A lot of new stuff on there today, and I can't even recall some of the more important things I posted on there. But with the both sides, the Republican and Democrats kicking out the Speaker of the House, and I'm not, I don't really know all the details about him being Speaker of the House. I've probably said critical things about him in the news before, and he's been in the news before. I don't remember, but it's always been private to him. I'm in my home by myself. But what I'm concerned about is both sides are delaying it for 45 days, the government shutdown, and then he gets kicked out, and that impedes them from getting anything done in those 45 days, and then it's possible to be facing the government shutdown again. And then it was indicated online several times I've seen that there's going to be a big power outage in the days prior to Christmas. So that's what I'm concerned about, is that they'll shut down the government, and then there's going to be a big power outage right before Christmas. That's what I'm very concerned about. Wade Allen Heineman, 51 years old, 6'1", green eyes, not blue eyes. 10.7-inch hands, graduated Wapsie Valley High School in 1990, still half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, on V68, west side of V68. I'm on the hard surface road before you get to the curves, in the mobile home by myself as always, lived here by myself since 2014. I lived in Waterloo from summer 2010 to summer 2013. Before that, I lived in the mobile home here, 2006 to 2007 to 2010, summer 2010. But there was a lot of staged lies where people were breaking in here, I believe, and that was the period where there was that TV show called Breaking Bad. I've never been into drugs, but there was a mobile home and a camper here that were vacant most of the time because I was visiting my then girlfriend from 2006 to 2008 at her mother's house in Waterloo, and I stayed there very often. So there's many opportunities for them to stage lies then, as there was throughout my life when I was gone from my home, and I didn't know that was even a possibility that was happening until the last few years. So going back and trying to figure that all out is, difficult at best, but I've tried to somewhat, and I've explained that. This will be posted only on youtube.com/@ I am Wade Heineman again. My voice should be very even, as it always is when I record these. It's been distorted before when I've recorded audios and videos. When it distorts my face, it'll put pock marks and wrinkles and add wrinkles to the sides of my eyes when I close my eyes, which aren't there. It's all, manipulation by deceivers, but I do my best to explain to people what the truth is. And I did say something about I don't know of any mathematicians. There's a math fraud that tries to claim my ideas by confusing people with math. But if there's an honest mathematician that wants to, my theories don't need mathematics, but in order to, appease the scientific community, that there must be a mathematical equation with your theory. All physicists should understand that my theories make sense. They make sense on a physics basis. You don't have to have calculus to describe them. But if I would be willing to share my credit for my theories, not share credit for the making of my theories, but I would share the recognition with a mathematician if they wanted to describe my theory in calculus. I'm not going to do that, but I'm not going to give up the fact that I came up with the theories. I get to claim credit for the theories, even if they want to describe the mathematics. I would go along with that, as long as I can respect the person and they could respect me. But that's all I'm saying. To appease the scientific community, I would do that. My theories don't need that. They're physics based, and anyone who understands the physics of light, and even though light is described in a vague way because it's both a particle and a wave, until my theory, I know it's correct, but convincing everyone else is always the difficult part of science, and it's obvious that that the Big Bang Theory is wrong now after the James Webb Space Telescope and all the evidence that has come back with it. It's very obvious that the Big Bang Theory is wrong now, which I've said since 2015, 2016. But there's a lot of people that have tied their entire lives to work along the Big Bang Theory, and people that have gotten, war awards for it, saying coming up with theories along that lines. And so it's that's the scientific establishment that's being, it's inevitably they're going to be proved wrong by an evidence gathering machine such as the James Webb Space Telescope. But anyway, I saw that a guy named Roger Penrose was admitting that the Big Bang Theory is wrong, and he's been a long proponent of the Big Bang Theory, and he is just now admitting that they were wrong. So I give him credit for saying they were wrong. I haven't watched too much about what his other thoughts about it are, but I give him credit for knowing that the Big Bang Theory is wrong and being a proponent of it his whole life. That's a big step for a scientist to do. I think that's good, as long as he's not trying to steal my ideas. But Twitter.com/Wade Yes. Yes is me. Twitter.com/WADES2ND. Wrote a couple more new poems. One last night I wrote on space and people being made mostly of empty space, our bodies, and that light particles can be packed into those spaces in our bodies and, waiting to be released. Just as I'm not saying you should light someone on fire. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, anything that is physical that you light on fire, those light particles are in there and around there like an ether packed in there, and waiting to be bounced out of there by electrons is what I'm saying. Instead of the electron emitting a photon, I'm saying that those light particles are already existing in non-motion state, packed in around everything and inside of everything, waiting to be released, which is what I've said on Twitter.